Good day and Assalamu alaikum everyone, mostly especially to our instructress, none other than Ma'am Raisa Dirangkal. By the way, my name is Rashid Makabago Pangkatan, taking course of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. And this report is the continuation of my co-reporter, Miss Altida, entitled The Stage and Its Parts. Stage geography. Stage direction for left and right are given from the actor's point of view as he faces the front of the stage. Up means towards the back of the stage and down towards the audience. Theater stage used to be sloped upward, rake away from the audience. Hence, the actors moving towards the back truly move up. Although the rake stage is no longer in use, the terms are survival. Rake, which means the back of the stage is higher than the front, but it is no longer used in the theater stage because the maturity used is the off stage, where the performer perform, and the direction for the stage, which are the proscenium stage, are the guidelines of the performer were being posted. The symbols or acronyms of the parts of the stage to easier identified from the performers. Where the front of the stage are the audience seated and the back of the stage are the both side of the stage, which are the right and left. The second one is the proscenium stage. On the proscenium stage, the areas DR or down right and DL or down left are larger than UR or up right and UL or up left because the wall of a back seat are usually placed at an angle to allow an unobstructed view for the spectators on the extreme right of left of the front rows. If there are several doors, the doors which the character will use for each entrance or exit is indicated in the script. For example, exit for UR, enter UL. An error in the following such directions could disorient the other actors on stage. In the theater stage, usually there's a proscenium part. Okay, so what is proscenium? Proscenium, as you can observe on the stage, are those frames around the both side of the stage, and it is a bigger or larger than other parts of the stage, where the doors of exit and entrance are located, and each door has an acronym stands for the symbol of entrance and exit. When you read UR or upright, that is stands for exit area, and the UL or the up left R stands for entrance area. If there's an error happen in the following directions, it because some of the actors are disoriented as well on the stage. This picture shows you some of the dimension of the stage. The proscenium arc of the theater stage are the three rows on the both side and the upside. In the front of the stage are the seating area of the audience. On the rows of the seating area, the first rows are UR, upright, R, right, DR, down right. The second rows are the URC, upright center, RC, right center, DR, down right center, and the next rows are the center, UC, up center, C, center, and DC, down center. The fourth rows are the left side, ULC, up left center, LC, left center, DLC, down left center. And the fifth are UL stands for up left, L left, and DL down left. These pictures are the dimension of the stage theater art. That's what we call apron center arc, apron proscenium arc, or audience house seat. The scenic design helps to enhance the emotional values of a play and is therefore important to its staging. Raymond Holt, profitable playwriting, New York, Funk and Wagnall's 1968 called the mania for lavish settings the cancer of theater. He warns that if the audience notice the set, then set is too obvious according to them. In the stage of theater arc, the set are the all scenery and props that used to the show. All the settings of every scene and every role are the set. According to Raymond Hall and Wagnalls, with a good play and good actors, this simple set will be adequate, which means as long as the set is organized with a proper execution of the props, the shoe must be good in the eyesight of the audience. Lights. If you are in charge of stage lights, you are tasked with creating the right atmosphere for every scene. For lighting is a vital to the design of the sets. You will be concerned with three aspects. The first one is the color, intensity, and the direction. Number one, use yellow to suggest sunshine and to give a cheerful effect, red for danger or anger, and green for jealousy. Use green also on sinister villainous character. Number two, decrease intensity of light to suggest nightfall and to produce a feeling of gloom and impending tragedy. Number three, use light from above for a normal effect, light from below to give a character a ghastly supernatural appearance. You have probably tried this with your friend. In a dark room, face a mirror with a lighted flashlight right under your chin. You will be by your own image. Number 4. Ideally, your lighting system should give you full control of color, intensity, and direction of light on any parts of the stage. Otherwise, your resourcefulness and improvise. Number 5. As with the set, lighting should not be too obvious. Avoid abrupt changes in color and intensity with the same scene. If possible, change color between scenes. As a rule, use white light for comedy. Number 7. Have only a few blackouts or none.